In this video, we are going to discuss geometric series. A geometric series gives us the sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence. Now, we use the same notation for geometric series. We still use S sub n. Now, there are two types of geometric series. The finite or finite geometric series, which is the geometric series of a set of numbers that contains a last term. And the other type is what we call the infinite geometric series, which is the sum of a geometric series whose terms continue infinitely. Now, for finite geometric series, we can obtain the partial sum denoted by this formula. So, S sub n is equal to A sub 1 times 1 minus R sub n all over 1 minus R. So, take note, R here should not be equal to 1. So, meron tayong restriction. The first term is still A sub 1 and n is the number of terms. So for example, we want to solve the fourth partial sum of the given geometric series, 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64. So since given naman na yung first four terms, as follows. So what we can do here is 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64. You could obtain automatically equal to 85. But if we want to use the formula, so we have S sub 4 is equal to the first term, which is 1, times the quantity 1 minus R. So our R here is 4. So that is 4 raised to 4 divided by 1 minus 4. Okay? So we can obtain the same answer to be equal to 85. Next one, find the seventh partial sum of a geometric series with the first term equal to 1 and R equals 3. So using the formula, S sub 7 is equal to A sub 1, which is 1, times the quantity 1 minus R raised to n divided by 1 minus R. Okay? So using our calculator to solve this, okay? So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So 3 times 3 is 9, 9, and 3, okay? So we know 9 times 9 is 81, 81 times 9 is 729. So 729 times 3, that is equal to 3, carry 2, 82183. Okay? So the seventh partial sum is 1 minus 2183 divided by negative 2. So this is negative 2182 divided by negative 2, which is equal to positive ilan to? So 2182 divided by 2, that is 10, 20, 18, 9. So 1091. So that is the partial sum of the first 7 terms. So there is also what we call a convergent series, and this is a series whose partial sum become closer and closer to a certain number as the number of terms increases. Now we can say that a series is convergent if we obtain the absolute value of r to be less than 1. Okay? So for example, consider this series 0.1 plus 0.01 plus 0.001. You could obtain an r which is equal to 0.01, and 0.01 is less than 1. Therefore, this series converges. Okay? Ibig sabihin ng convergent, the partial sum approaches a certain value. Okay? On the other hand, there is what we call a divergent series. So pag sinabi nating divergent, the partial sum becomes too large to be evaluated as the number of terms increases. So this is obtained if the absolute value of the common ratio is greater than 1. So example, we have here two series and determine if the series is convergent or divergent. For the first one, we can obtain an r equals 2/3 and the absolute value of 2/3 is less than 1. Therefore, this is convergent. And for the second one, so we have here 1, -3, 9, -27. So the common ratio here is -3. Absolute value of -3 is greater than 1. Therefore, this is divergent. So if a series is convergent and at the same time it is an infinite geometric series, then we can obtain the sum of that series by using this formula. So S is equal to the first term a sub 1 divided by 1 minus r. Example, find the sum of the infinite geometric series as follows. Okay? So take note, we need to find r. So r here is equal to 1/2. So since the absolute value of r is less than 1, therefore this is a convergent series. Convergent at the same time, this is infinite. Therefore, we can find the sum equals a sub 1 times 1 minus r. First term is 1 and r here is 1/2. Therefore, the sum is 1 over 1/2 or equal to 2. Another example, find the sum of the infinite geometric series as given. So we need to get r. R is second term divided by the first term. Okay, so this involves fraction. So this is 2 over 15 times 3. Cancel, 5. So the ratio is 2/5. Absolute value of r is less than 1. Therefore, this is convergent. Convergent and at the same time infinite. Therefore, the sum is a sub 1, 1/3, divided by 1 minus r, which is 2/5. Okay, so 1/3 divided by 3/5. Okay, so 1/3 times 5 over 3. This is 5 over 9. What if we have a repeating decimal here? So 0.0777777 . Okay? So we want to express this as a fraction. So how can we use our knowledge on infinite geometric sequence to write this one as a fraction? So take note, 0.0777. So let's just use 4. decimal places. Okay, so I can write this as 0.07 plus 0.007 plus 0.0007. No? So again, if you want more numbers here, so I can also add plus 0.00007. But the trend here is that this series of decimal numbers form a geometric sequence. Okay? So what is the common ratio? So we can get the common ratio by dividing 0.007 divided by 0.07. So ilan to? So we can transform this by moving the decimal places. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 7 over 70, that is 1 over 10. So the common ratio is 1 over 10, and that is less than, the absolute value is less than 1. Therefore, this is convergent. So this is convergent, and at the same time, infinite siya kasi the decimal is repeating. Okay? So therefore, we can use the sum of infinite geometric sequence. Okay? So the first term here is 0.07. Okay? Divided by 1 minus r. So ang r natin is 1/10. So 0.07, we can convert that to fraction as 7 over 100. Okay? And 1 minus 1 over 10, that is equal to 9 over 10. Okay? So 7 over 100 times the reciprocal of 9 over 10, which is 10 over 9. So this gives us 7 over 90. So 0.07777 as fraction is equivalent to 7 over 90.